Have you ever noticed how some foods leave you feeling light, vibrant, and full of energy, while others make you sluggish, heavy, or even emotional? Food is more than just fuel for the body. It carries energy, just like you do. Every bite you take affects your mood, your thoughts, and even your spirit. When you start to see food as energy, you realize that what you eat isn't just about satisfying hunger. It's about nourishing your soul. Imagine your body as a garden. If you plant seeds in rich, healthy soil and water them with care, they grow strong and vibrant. But if you neglect them, or if the soil is depleted, the plants struggle. The same is true for you. When you choose fresh, life-giving foods, you fill yourself with the energy of growth, renewal, and healing. But when you consume artificial, processed, or low-energy foods, you may feel drained, out of balance, or disconnected from your true self. The truth is, every food you eat has a vibration, and that vibration becomes part of your energy field. Fruits and vegetables, filled with the sun's light, carry a high frequency. They bring clarity, vitality, and renewal. In contrast, foods that are heavily processed, filled with chemicals, or prepared in a rushed and careless way can lower your energy, making you feel tired or weighed down. When you begin to look at food this way, you naturally become more mindful of what you put into your body. You start to ask, how will this meal affect not just my body, but my mind, my emotions, and my spirit? Right now, you can set a powerful intention to choose foods that lift you up. You don't have to be perfect. This is not about restriction or following strict rules. It's about developing a loving relationship with the foods that support your highest good. Every time you eat, you have an opportunity to fill yourself with love. Before your next meal, take a deep breath, hold your food in your hands, and silently say, "This food is filled with love and healing energy." Notice how that small shift changes how you feel. Did you know that your thoughts about food affect the way your body processes it? Your body listens to every word you say, whether out loud or in your mind. If you eat something while feeling guilty, ashamed, or stressed, your body absorbs that energy. But when you eat with gratitude and joy, your digestion improves, and your body receives the nourishment it needs with ease. Imagine two people eating the same meal. One person is worried about calories, feeling guilty with every bite. Their body tenses up, their digestion slows, and they don't fully absorb the nutrients. The other person eats the same meal but does so with love. They appreciate every bite, feel grateful for the nourishment, and trust their body to handle it well. Their body relaxes, their digestion works smoothly, and they feel satisfied. The food is the same, but the experience is entirely different. This is because your body and mind are deeply connected. When you worry about food, your body goes into a state of stress, releasing hormones that interfere with digestion. But when you bless your food and eat with love, your body opens up to receive its full benefits. The simple act of thinking positive thoughts while eating can change everything. You can start today by practicing this small but powerful shift. Before eating, take a deep breath and say, "This food blesses me with vitality and joy." Even if you're eating something you wouldn't normally consider healthy, blessing it will change how your body processes it. Your digestion will improve, and over time, you'll find yourself naturally drawn to foods that feel good. Many people turn to food for comfort, not because they are physically hungry, but because they are emotionally hungry. Food becomes a way to numb pain, fill a void, or distract from feelings we don't want to face. But emotional eating never truly satisfies us because it doesn't address the real issue. Instead, it often leaves us feeling even worse, guilty, ashamed, or out of control. If you've ever eaten not because you were hungry, but because you felt lonely, stressed, or bored, you are not alone. Emotional eating is not about willpower or discipline. It's about a deeper need that is calling for your attention. Your soul is asking you to listen. The next time you find yourself reaching for food when you're not physically hungry, pause for a moment and ask yourself, what am I really craving right now? Maybe it's comfort. Maybe it's connection. Maybe it's love. Food can never replace those deeper needs, but you can give yourself what you truly desire in other ways. If you're feeling lonely, call a friend or write in your journal. If you're feeling stressed, take a few deep breaths or go for a walk. If you're feeling empty, remind yourself that you are already whole. With every choice you make, you have the power to break free from the cycle of emotional eating. You do not have to be perfect. Be gentle with yourself. If you eat emotionally, don't punish yourself. Instead, bring awareness to the pattern. Ask yourself, what was I feeling before I reached for food? What did I really need in that moment? Each time you ask these questions, you take a step toward healing. Affirm to yourself, I lovingly listen to my body's true needs and respond with kindness. The more you practice this, the more you will trust yourself. You will begin to notice when you are truly hungry and when you are seeking something deeper. And with time, your relationship with food will become one of love, peace, and balance. How many times have you eaten something and then immediately felt regret? Maybe you've thought, I shouldn't have eaten that, or I have no control. This cycle of guilt and shame is one of the most harmful patterns we carry around food. It disconnects us from our body's wisdom and turns eating into a battle instead of an act of love. But here's the truth. There is no such thing as perfect eating. The way you eat is not a test of your worth. You are not good when you eat certain foods and bad when you eat others. These labels only create stress and resistance, which do more harm to your body than any single meal ever could. The problem is not the food itself, it's the way we judge ourselves for eating it. What if you could let go of all that guilt? What if instead of punishing yourself, you approached every meal with love and curiosity? Imagine eating without fear, without shame, and without the need to be perfect. Imagine trusting that your body knows what to do with the food you give it. This shift begins the moment you decide to release the weight of guilt. You can start right now. Place your hand over your heart, take a deep breath, and say to yourself, I release all guilt and shame around food. Every choice I make is an opportunity to love myself more. Every time you catch yourself feeling guilty after eating, pause and replace that thought with kindness. Instead of saying, I shouldn't have eaten that, say, I honor my body and I choose with love. Over time, you will see food as a friend, not an enemy. And when food is no longer something to fear, you will naturally make choices that feel good to you. Your body is always speaking to you. It tells you when it's hungry, when it's full, when a food feels nourishing, and when something doesn't agree with you. But in a world filled with diet rules and conflicting advice, many people have lost touch with their body's natural wisdom. Instead of eating when they are truly hungry, they eat by the clock. Instead of listening to how food makes them feel, they follow external rules. This disconnect leads to confusion, frustration, and an endless cycle of restriction and overindulgence. But you were born with the ability to eat intuitively. As a baby, you cried when you were hungry and stopped eating when you were full. You never counted calories, worried about portion sizes, or judged yourself for eating. That wisdom is still inside you. It's just waiting for you to listen again. The first step to intuitive eating is learning to trust yourself. The next time you reach for food, ask yourself, am I truly hungry? If the answer is yes, eat with joy. If the answer is no, ask yourself, what do I really need right now? Maybe you need rest. Maybe you need comfort. Maybe you just need to take a deep breath and reconnect with yourself. Eating intuitively doesn't mean eating whatever you want, whenever you want, with no awareness. It means making choices based on how your body feels, not based on guilt, rules, or external pressure. It means honoring your hunger without fear and stopping when you feel satisfied, not stuffed. It means recognizing that no single food has the power to ruin your health or define your worth. Try this simple practice. Before your next meal, close your eyes, place your hands on your stomach, and take 3 deep breaths. Ask yourself, what does my body truly need right now? The more you practice, the easier it will be to hear your body's messages. And as you begin to trust yourself again, food will no longer be a source of stress. It will become a way to nourish and honor yourself. My body speaks to me with love, and I listen with kindness. Have you ever noticed how certain foods make you feel light, energized, and full of life, while others leave you feeling sluggish, bloated, or heavy? That's because food carries energy, just like everything else in the universe. When you eat foods that are fresh, whole, and filled with life, you absorb that energy into your body. But when you eat foods that are processed, artificial, or filled with chemicals, you may feel disconnected from yourself. High vibration foods, such as fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and pure water, are like sunshine for your soul. They bring clarity, renewal, and a sense of balance. Think of a tree that receives sunlight, water, and rich soil. It grows strong and vibrant. Now imagine a plant that is deprived of nourishment. It struggles to thrive. The same is true for you. When you give your body what it truly needs, it flourishes. This doesn't mean you have to eat perfectly. There is no need to follow strict rules or deprive yourself of the foods you love. Instead, begin to notice how different foods make you feel. Do they energize you, or do they drain you? Do they bring joy, or do they leave you feeling weighed down? By paying attention, you will naturally start to crave foods that support your well-being. One simple way to bring healing energy into your meals is to bless your food before eating. Take a moment to look at your plate, express gratitude, and say, "This food nourishes me on every level." When you do this, you shift the energy of your meal, allowing your body to receive it with love. Try adding more life-giving foods into your diet without focusing on what you should remove. Instead of thinking about restriction, think about expansion. Add 1 more fresh fruit to your day. Drink an extra glass of water. Choose one meal where you focus on how food makes you feel. Small changes add up, and before you know it, your body will thank you. I am grateful for every nourishing bite I take. Gratitude has the power to change your relationship with food in ways you never imagined. When you approach eating with a heart full of appreciation, your body responds in miraculous ways. Your digestion improves, your energy increases, and your cravings become more balanced. Food no longer feels like a source of stress or guilt. It becomes a gift, a way to nourish yourself with love and care. Most people rush through their meals without thinking about where their food came from, who grew it, or how it made its way to them. But when you pause, even for a few moments, and acknowledge the journey of your food, you create a sacred experience. You shift from mindless eating to mindful nourishment. Every bite becomes a celebration of life. Try this simple gratitude practice. Before eating, take a deep breath, smile, and silently say, "I am thankful for this food. I receive it with love and appreciation." Notice how this small act changes the way you experience your meal. Food tastes better. You feel more present. Your body receives it with joy. You can also extend gratitude beyond your plate. Thank your body for all it does for you. Thank your taste buds for allowing you to enjoy flavors. Thank your stomach for digesting and absorbing nutrients. When you do this, you move from seeing food as something to control to seeing it as a beautiful, life-giving force. Gratitude transforms not only what you eat, but also how you eat. The more you practice it, the more naturally you will be drawn to foods that support your highest well-being. Instead of eating out of habit, you eat with intention. Instead of judging yourself, you honor the process. Every meal becomes an act of love. I am thankful for the abundance of nourishing foods in my life. Your relationship with food is deeply connected to your relationship with yourself. If you speak harshly to yourself, judge your body, or feel unworthy, those emotions can manifest in the way you eat. But when you begin to speak to yourself with love, your eating habits naturally shift. One of the most powerful ways to cultivate this love is through mirror work. Stand in front of a mirror, look into your own eyes and say, "I love and respect my body. I choose to nourish it with care." At first, this may feel uncomfortable. You might even resist it, but the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Every time you say these words, you reprogram your mind to believe in your own worth. Your body has been with you through everything, every experience, every emotion, every challenge. It deserves kindness, not criticism. When you stand in front of the mirror, instead of looking for flaws, look for gratitude. Thank your body for carrying you through life. Thank your heart for beating, your lungs for breathing, and your stomach for processing all that you consume. If negative thoughts arise, don't fight them. Simply acknowledge them and replace them with a loving affirmation. Say, "I am learning to love myself more each day." The more you practice, the more your mind will believe it. And as your self-love grows, your relationship with food will transform effortlessly. Make this a daily ritual. Each morning and night, stand before the mirror and affirm your love for yourself. With time, your body will respond. You will begin to crave foods that honor and support you, not because of rules or restrictions, but because you truly desire to take care of yourself. I trust myself to make choices that support my highest good. Your journey with food is not about perfection, it is about love. It is about listening to your body, honoring its needs, and making choices that nourish you from the inside out. It is about releasing guilt, embracing gratitude, and trusting that you are always guided toward what is best for you. Every bite you take is an opportunity to fill yourself with love. Every meal is a chance to honor your body. You do not have to fear food or feel trapped by old habits. You have the power to transform your relationship with eating simply by shifting your perspective. Be kind to yourself. If you make a choice that doesn't feel aligned, don't judge yourself. Instead, ask, what can I learn from this? Every experience is a step toward greater awareness. There are no mistakes, only lessons. And remember, you are worthy of nourishment. You are worthy of health, of joy, of energy, and of love. Your body is a miracle, and it deserves to be treated with kindness. Take a deep breath, place your hand on your heart, and repeat this final affirmation. I am a beautiful being of light, and I nourish myself with love and wisdom. Let these words settle into your soul. Carry them with you as you move forward. You are always supported. You are always loved. And every choice you make is an opportunity to step into greater harmony with yourself.